Good afternoon, dear fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. How many of you think that is a fellow and who is having the same amount of skills and opportunities, still they don't get same response from others? Can I have big hands, big show? And then just big answers.
The way you present a thing is more important than what you are presenting.
Anybody? Anybody from here?
Sometimes the timing also matters.
Okay, right? So I will be presenting one of the factor which leads to the responses how we receive. There was a research presenting the research about how they come to the conclusion. In 1970, University of Dartmouth in Canada, researchers took a sample of 100 people, out of which 50 people consent, another 50 people another set. And for the experiment is very simple. There was given a set of questions, and you have to go to stranger and ask the questions and have a discussion. For 50 people, there was nothing, but for another 50 people, he drew a very ugly scar on their face like this. And people went out, they had this interaction with strangers, they collected their feedback, and there was, when they came back, the researcher found out that the responses received by the fellow who is having scar on the face, they felt very distant, they felt like disgusted, and there was no right or good conversation from the stranger. Now there is this twist in the story. He has showed the mirror when he drew the scar on the face. At the same time, when they were going out for the experiment, he asked them that I'll just fix it, and in the name of fixing, he removed that scar completely from the face. And then there was no scar on anyone's face, but still, the fellow who were believing that there is a scar on my face, they received the very different responses. The research says that the scar was in your head and not on your face. So that's the conclusion. I'll tell you another experiment, and this was same conducted in psychology department in Canada. There was a class of 100 students, and the faculty, she did some secret thing, and out of 100, 20 students she told, irrespective of their performance or how they moved or how they behave or how they are performing in their studies, she used to tell that you are genius and you can perform well. It's like one-to-one conversation. And after a year, the fellow who she used to tell that they performed exceptionally well as compared to other 80 students. There was a study, and it's very important how we see, how when we go to somebody and interact, what is our self-image in how we see ourselves in our eyes. I guess that's more important. And how we look at the place, or like I'm going to, my personal story would be I go to Ajay sir sometimes or Melvin, and I ask them, sir, how should I present this, or how should I take this ahead? So how we look at each other, that's matter. I will leave you guys with the very short conclusion, but I'll add one example here. A story of Stephen Hawking. He had done like multiple researches, and this story of we must have written this book, The Brief History of Time. He was disabled. He was well aware of his position. Still, he never had that thought that how I look into other sides, how he looked at himself. So the scar is in your head and not on your face. Thank you so much.